Right, so this is a remedial yoga asana for rejuvenation and cleansing. Right, so you need a folded blanket to lift the pelvis slightly higher than the rest of the upper body when you go onto your back. So you're going to roll onto your pelvis. You have the folded blanket under the pelvis. Legs up to the wall. Closer is better than very far away. Obviously socks or blanket if you've got a cold winter wool. Right, so we're going to do this restorative visualization, which is dynamic and visualization, yet still in the body. So if you're tired and you need to be rejuvenated, you're going to think about a beautiful big mountain up and away above your feet, like a beautiful Swiss or Drakensberg mountain. Far, far away is the source of the river, and it's going to come down, making its way eventually to the top of a rocky outledge above your feet. And you are then going to be the river and the waterfall. You are going to be the waterfall. Feel the blood running down your legs into your torso. Feel your blood and your circulation moving towards the heart without any effort from the heart, pumping it up from the feet to the head. And that natural movement we're going to use in our visualization. So there's a high mountain, a source of a river, the river's making its way down, and we are part of the river. Your legs are the little waterfall under the rocky outcrop. And when the river gets to the first rock pool, which is the belly and pelvis, it's going to swirl 3 times in your mind. Any direction, whichever comes naturally, and then it's going to come out the lip of that pool and move over the rapid of your rib cage. And then it's going to come to the second rock pool and swirl 3 times and nourish the heart space. Then it's going to move over the rapid of your neck vertebra and into the third rock pool at the back of the head to nourish your brain. And then it will move out of the crown of the head, down the valley, towards the sea behind you. Once you've got to the sea or far away and you've lost the thread of your thought moving towards the sea, you'll bring your mind back up the mountain to the source. Let it flow down the river to the rocky outcrop above your legs. Let it drop down the little waterfall that is your legs. Swirl 3 times in the first rock pool. Swish out of your belly, run over the rapid of your ribs. Swirl 3 times in the heart space. Rush over the lip of the heart space and into the neck vertebra. And then swirl 3 times in the brain and swish out of the crown of the head and all the way down the valley behind you towards the sea. The straight movements of the legs and the rapids of the ribs and the neck are for cleansing. The nourishing circular movements in the belly, the heart space and the brain are for nourishing the body. So you're going to slip the eyes closed. Drop back into the earth as though you are partly the earth, which you are. You're also partly made of earth. Feel the weight in your body settle into the groove of the river you are. And when you're ready, take your mind from the source, down the mountain to the rocky outcrop above your legs. Drop down your waterfall and into your first rock pool. Swirl 3 times, nourishing the belly rock pool. And then rush over the rapid of your ribs and swirl 3 times, nourishing the heart space. And then move over the rapid of the neck, vertebra, and into the back of the head and the brain, resting and nourishing the head and the brain 3 times. And then leaving, continuing down the valley behind you through the crown of the head until you feel the release and can circle your mind back to the source of the river. I'll leave you there running with the river, the waterfall of your legs, your 3 rock pools, and releasing down the valley towards the sea behind you. Become the river. You are the water. You are the earth. You are the movement. Allow your body to be cleansed and nourished just by running through your visualization. Your body believes what your mind tells it. Be careful with your thoughts. Become the river, the earth, the riverbed, the water, the river rushing, the movement. I'll leave you there for a moment. Now I'm going to give those of you who'd like a little more action, some action. So those of you who are really enjoying nourishing and cleansing your body in this beautiful dynamic in the mind but still in the body way, please continue. Turn the video off if you want. And then those of you who feel that you're a little more energized from this movement, you can turn your head and watch now, and then once your pelvis is off the floor, please do not turn your head as it's dangerous for the neck. So those of you who do want a little bit more, who want to release the back, as well as just get the energy in place, you're going to slightly bend up the knees and place the soles of the feet to the floor, press to the wall, and release your blanket to the side. Now you're going to tuck your tail under and gently roll your back to the floor. And now we're going to roll through the back, and you're going to feel if there's any tension in your back, and I'll give you an example of how you can release that. So feet are hip distance apart, you're engaging in the tail, and on the in-breath you're going to roll yourself up vertebra by vertebra. Now I'm not going to turn my head once I'm up and the neck is compromised. I'm going to maybe creep my feet up the wall and adjust. Tuck my tail under and press deeply into the thyroid and parathyroid, balancing those for metabolism. And then we're going to tuck our tails under and gently roll through the back. And if you come to a place that's a little more tender, or shouting a little louder than other places, stop there. Take a deep breath into that place on your back, and then continue to roll down with your tail tucked under on the out breath, and start to help releasing those tight spots. You're going to press into the wall, breathe and roll up. Squeeze the tail open up. On the out breath, gently roll back. Vertebra by vertebra, stopping at the bus stops of discomfort. Breathing in, releasing that discomfort from the body by continuing back to the floor. So normally I do that about 3 times, allowing my body to lengthen, soften, and find space for the discomfort to leave the body in my back. And then you can either finish there and continue to relax with your legs against the wall, or you can come up and take it a little further, one leg off and back. If you are watching this video, you are not doing what I'm doing. If you want to do what I'm doing, rather watch first and then do it without turning your head. Obviously those are a little more into their shoulder stands can go there, drop their legs over. You're going to do this movement to your body's needs. And then you're going to tuck your tail under again here, lengthen, gently roll back. Now you're going to rest because you've been inverted in the upper body with your legs against the wall, continuing with that inversion, but allowing the organs to settle in the new place. When you're upside down, you're sprinkling underneath your organs. Concentrate deeply on your exhalations now, allowing the body to cleanse all that are dusted from underneath the organs out. That's moved into the blood to the lungs, and the lungs into the exhalation. And then you can bring either thighs to belly or feet together, knees open, whichever's more comfortable. We're just going to allow the body fluids to settle. And when you feel that's happened, you're going to roll onto the right hand side. Gently and slowly return to sitting. Slip the eyes closed and just feel the change of being in an inversion and allowing your back to soften and lengthen. Dropping into the tailbone, soft inner body slipping into pelvis. Softening around the head and the eyes and the cheeks, and allowing the breath to come and go in its natural and spontaneous rhythm. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. Peace to you all.